Hi there, students, parents, and guardians. Welcome back to the spring semester. This is Mrs. Summers. I have your students in my environmental science class here at Dobson. This is just a quick video. I'm sure we're all emailed out, so I figured I would attach mine as a video just to kind of remind everyone of remote learning expectations for the spring. Some things have changed since the fall. Okay. So these are Dobson's policies. Things have changed a little bit. In order to get credit for attendance each day, so this is during remote learning, and then once we go back to hybrid or 5-day in-person learning when we're back at school, this will change a little bit just depending if your student's in person or if they're continuing as a remote student. But every day, in order to be marked as present, the students need to be attending all of their classes in the WebEx class meetings. These are found through Canvas. The students know how to access them. There should be a meeting pretty much for every hour of class for every single day we're in this remote learning for the first 2 weeks, unless your teacher says otherwise. If you're having technical issues, computer problems, internet problems, right? We all know that stuff happens randomly. You can contact your teachers, students, and you might be able to receive credit for that day if you submit assignments or you do something a little bit different, but it's a case-by-case basis and you need to reach out to your teachers specifically if that happens to you. The big thing that's changing is students are no longer just receiving attendance for logging into Canvas, right? That's what was happening in this fall semester. If students were remote, when we were remote learning, this is no longer the case. So students actually need to be in their WebEx class meetings and teachers are actually taking attendance every single day. So make sure your students logging in. It's just like we would be doing at school where they go from first hour to second hour to third hour around campus. Same thing here, you've got to log into each of the WebEx meetings and attend class during class time, right? We are also going to be keeping track of attendance this semester, so students will be dropped from classes if they're not attending and their attendance rises above that 10 absence mark unless there's an extenuating circumstance. In terms of my class specifically, this is going to start on Wednesday. Tomorrow is going to be an asynchronous learning day. I have a meeting in the morning that I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take. So starting on Wednesday, for students to be marked present for attending my class, here are the expectations. Students, you got to be logging into the WebEx meetings on time every day, Monday through Friday. Okay, and that's within 5 minutes of class starting. So if class started at 8:15, to not be marked tardy, you got to be there by 8:20. Okay, this is reasonable. This is just like it would be at school. You got to be in class on time. So same thing from home. If you're having issues, reach out to me. Let me know what's going on via email or remind. That'll be on the next slide. Students also, you need to have your camera on. Okay, every single day during class. I would see your face if we were in person. Same thing here. I noticed a lot of my students really struggled last semester from remote because they weren't really engaged, right? And unfortunately, if you have your camera on, you are much more engaged and likely to be doing what you should be doing. We can keep you on track for these first 2 weeks. If there's an issue with this, parents, I need to hear from you or guardians. Please let me know what the problem is. If it's a camera that's broken or if they don't have a camera, hopefully we can find a solution, maybe get your computer fixed or come up with a different alternative to check participation. And then finally, students, you got to participate, right? You got to be doing our stuff. As hard as it is for you, it feels awkward. On my end, it's 10 times more awkward if I ask a question and I just hear crickets for like 5 minutes. So make sure you're turning in assignments, you're asking questions when you're confused, just like you would in class, you'd raise your hand. Same thing here. Finally, in terms of absences, this will change a little bit once we get back in person learning, but for now with the remote model, if you're absent, we're going to treat it just like you'd be absent from in-person class. So if you're absent, you need to reach out to me directly via email. My email is right there on the screen, or Remind. You can sign up for that right here. And let me know, hey, Ms. Summers, I was absent today. What did I miss? And I can recap and help you get caught up. The biggest thing, I am not recording class meetings. Okay, I feel like this encourages students to miss class for silly reasons, and I want to make sure that students are, getting the most that they can out of this remote learning and going back to school with good grades to kick off the semester. And so that means holding you accountable, and so that means you got to be in class during class time. Okay, this is going to be an issue. Please feel free to reach out to me, parents, guardians. You can reach out to me as well with concerns. But again, I'm just trying to make sure your student starts off the semester successful. So I will see you soon. Thank you.